Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Jacob from Big Moose Powerwashing. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we are going to be installing some Christmas lights on this big mansion home here. So you will see it's about 3 to 4 stories tall. And yeah, you'll see how this goes down. You'll see me starting at the front here with the peak. Just getting the front peak set up with the custom cut lights, and Christmas lights are a great way to earn some extra money throughout the year, especially when the cleaning slows down, the pressure washing might slow down around the winter time, around the holidays. Picking up some Christmas lights, reselling them, installing them, all that sort of stuff really helps your company stay afloat. So the main kind of method that I use when it comes to hanging Christmas lights is I just really string them out and then try to put as little clips as possible at first, and then I'll just go back and reclip whatever else is still loose. But for the most part, I just string it out, and that makes it the fastest way to install it. I know I got to hit the vape a couple times just to kind of get my flow going, but I'm off that right now. But still, in this job, I was definitely relying on the stimulants like the vape and the energy drinks to get me through it. Now you can see I'm just using a small ladder, and I'm using it to start scaling up the roof over here. So we're going from the first, second story to the third/fourth story up top here. So that's basically it. There's the white line down there. That's where our power supply is going to be coming from. And same thing, we just clip it along the gutter line there, along the front and the side. Now what I'm doing here with the peak is I'm just trying to center it as best as possible so it looks as aesthetically pleasing as possible for the customer. As you can see, the view is very, very nice. Very beautiful view from the top here.
Nice storm.
Again, the storm is kind of coming at this point. At this point, you can see that the rain is starting to pick up slowly. There's a storm on the way, so I'm just trying to hurry it up and just to get off the main roof here. And the kind of Christmas lights that we're using are commercial grade, so they burn brighter, they last longer, and they look much better, much cleaner than your typical Walmart or Home Depot Christmas lights. You know, these are commercial grade lights, so all the bulbs are interchangeable. You can put up any sort of pattern that you prefer, and fixing things is very simple. You can replace sockets, you can replace bulbs. It's all very simple to maintain. And what you see down there is called the goat assist. That little blue metal hook there that's stuck on the peak in front of me. It's basically used to stabilize you on very, very steep peaks. So in areas that are so steep where you cannot get any sort of grip, you got to use a goat assist. And you'll see in a bit here as to how useful this tool is. It's about $1,000, so it is a very expensive tool, but it honestly pays off so well. So it's definitely worth getting. This would weird bottom thing open so we can get the power turned on, and we got power, and there's a nice view off this balcony too. Beautiful view. Nice, and luckily these final gutters here are low, so we can reach them by hand no problem and get the last bit over here accomplished. And again, I'm just having a little apple and a vape and some energy drinks. You know, by myself in this job, obviously it's no excuse, but I am just using as much stimulants as possible to get myself through this. I'm cold, I'm wet, it's miserable out here, and I'm just trying to get this job done, I'm not gonna lie. And now you can see I'm climbing the goat assist, so now we're climbing that super steep peak that would be impossible to scale safely without a goat assist. A goat assist is one of the greatest things when it comes to installing lights onto steep peaks. And at the moment, what I do is I just get over to the peak. I start off in the back where it's safe, and then I move over to the peak slowly, move the goat assist over, align the lights, and then I try to get the peak as centered as possible, right? And then after that, I just install the lights. Pretty simple. Clip everything in and move on. If you need Christmas lights and you are in the British Columbia Lower Mainland, give us a shout. Our number is 778-233-1515. We'll do a fantastic job for you. And again, at this point, it started to rain so much. The storm clouds, the cloudy gray clouds finally rolled over. And yeah, it started to rain quite a bit. You can see drops dropping into the rain gutter there down below. And at this point, I am soaked. I honestly barely have any rain gear on. And I'm literally just sitting against the super steep peak. So right now, there's just literally a waterfall of water ripping down all my clothes. I am just drenched. I'm literally hugging the roof here, and I am just absorbing like all the rainfall coming off this peak, like a towel. Honestly, I'm like a dry towel absorbing all the rainwater here. It's literally water falling down my pants, water falling down my jacket. It was a brutal job. I'm not gonna lie. Usually I have another guy with me, but on this day I did not have any extra help, and I did not think I would need any, and I really did not need any. But either way, it was still difficult. Even being strong, still doing it by yourself takes all your energy. So I was honestly so exhausted at this point in time here with the goat assist, but again, I'm grateful this thing exists. But holy, I am soaked. You can see my pants, just the gray on them goes from light gray to dark gray, meaning like I just have so much water and moisture, and underneath I'm wearing just sweatpants. So they are just heavily soaked now with water, with all the rainwater. So I'm just drenched, and I'm just trying to keep moving consistently so that way I don't get cold and don't get sick. I definitely should have worn my rain pants, but again, the rain pants would have helped more because they would have insulated more heat and kept me warmer and less sick. Let's get off, jump. But either way, I would have still been soaked. So right there, lights are looking good. We got one more to finish up here. We're on the other side of the peak, finishing what we can without the goat assist, just off the roof. And we're just gonna run this last bit of lights here. And then after that, we just got the garage left, and that's basically it. And as usual, I recommended the customer everything from gutter cleaning to roof washing, but he's planning on selling the home, so I guess the next homeowners can deal with that.
Okay, last little bit. Just gonna get the garage doors done, and that's basically it. We're done the hardest parts, so now it's the easiest parts, and we're done for the day. Let's get it.
And in order to make the stapling go by as fast as possible, what I did not film it. I removed all the staples from the previous year, any staples that were stuck in the line, and I removed any staples that were along the wood that I'm stapling. So that way I can have as quick of an installation as possible without dealing with any staples getting in the way. And again, all the power is running towards his door there, so we're just trying to feed all the cable just to get it to the front door, and then we can connect up all the power and make sure everything lights up. But don't put the power on while you're stapling. Make sure you only plug in the power once you're completely done installations on everything. Otherwise, you're going to end up shocking yourself. And now with stapling, another tip I really recommend is don't try to perfect it. Just simply staple in sort of a fashion that you want the lights to run, and then you can always add extra staples and go back and reinforce whatever might still look bad or sloppy or out of shape, out of order. You can always go back and add some more staples and make it look pretty, but don't try to make the most perfect staples right away. What you want to do is you want to just attach the line onto the wood, and then you want to perfect it as you have more supports installed onto the staple line. This was a hell of a job. It was a massive job. I was soaking wet. I was cold. This was misery. This was brutal as hell. But at least it got done. Our customer was happy. And that's what matters. No more super speed. We can have a nice walk and look at the work, There's the
Well, at
garage,
least everything is good now.
the front lower peaks, that super steep peak where I used my goat assist. Because again, you can see I could not climb that. Right in the middle there. That is unclimbable. Very dangerous to do without a goat assist. Very beautiful lights, warm white and red, very nice. And yeah, this is a hell of a building. Like I said, it's 3 to 4 stories tall. It's massive, and we got 2 sides complete beautifully. Honestly, this is some solid work. Very proud of this job.
Looks lit. Looks good. What a grind. Holy, at least it's done. We're good. It's done.
That looks awesome. Looks so good. Very proud.
Alright, pack up time and time to get out of here.
Alrighty, thank you for checking out the video. Make sure you like and subscribe.
That's it.
Thank you for watching. Hope your guys' new year is going to be awesome.
Alright, I'll cut it off. That's it.